Keep pounding. Keep pounding. Keep pounding. Carolina, stand up. We gon' keep pounding. Week after week, we gon' keep pounding. Team after team, we gon' keep pounding.
What's up, folks? Detroit Lions fans. Welcome to another edition of the Panther Fan Talk. I am Eric, and with me, as always, is Will.
Detroit Lions, Carolina Panthers. We just had the showdown yesterday, and that was a big game for me personally. Like, it felt like the Super Bowl waiting on that jump because we had a whole week of getting just slammed by Lions fans. And, we was in there in the comments section. Anybody that missed it, check it out. Like 350 comments deep.
Yeah.
And they're fighting it with the Lions fans. But no, most of them were pretty cool. My boy, ABI, something, I will put it up on the screen when I edit, but that dude was super cool. And Don Burr, we went back and forth the whole week. He came back, both those cats, gave us props after the win. A few other dudes, Hatter's house, he came back. I was actually seeing him in another thread too on the CBS video, and he had a pretty good point. Like, some dude came back talking trash like after the game that wasn't there before. But that cat seemed real cool. The dude that hit us with the hillbilly fags comment was pretty cool. He had me freaking dead, dude. I was laying in the bed when that jump popped. I was about to die laughing. So yeah, we caught a bunch of heat. I mean, it was everything from you hillbillies to Cam sucks. We ain't afraid of Cam. But for the most part, man, mad props to everybody. Anybody that hadn't had a chance to go back and change that thumbs down into a thumbs up like the deal was, feel free to go hit that up. But again, mad props to Don Burr and anybody I forgot to mention. Like, thanks for watching, thanks for coming back, all that good stuff. And man, it was a blast, dude.
Yeah, it was cool. I've never seen so many comments, and it's pretty crazy. Like, I mean, I never knew the Detroit line video we dropped would be our highest ever. That's pretty nuts.
Detroit versus everybody, dude. They weren't kidding about that. Like, they got a good fan base. Like, I was impressed all week.
Yeah. But like we said, man, like we told y'all was just pretty much average, like average quarterback. Average freaking offense. The one thing that impressed me, and you watched it, your run defense is freaking mean.
Yeah, I was gonna say that. Definitely the run defense was great. I do need to shout out my boy that was helping us out, on the Panther side with the arguments though. He wasn't just a dude that crossed over. Paul Pearson set him down, but Joe Johnson came in, and he had my back like all week. So big props to that dude. Also, oddly enough, another dude that had our backs, Scottie Pippen.
Scottie Pippen. Wow.
So there you go, 2 all-star NBA players helping us out. But yeah, to get to the video, the run defense, man, that was something to watch. Their big boys were coming through the middle. I'm probably as big a Trey Turner fan as possible. Most people aren't, just out there really propping up the offensive guards too much, but dude's awesome. He's nasty. He's got Cam's back, running back's back, anybody's back. Anytime something happens, he's the first one there. I love the dude, but it was a couple times he was deep in the backfield, and I've never seen that, so Detroit's run defense is legit.
They were pretty mean, man. But, I mean, I don't know. We freaking moved the ball down the field pretty easy on y'all. Cam Newton had 355 yards, only had 7 incompletions the whole game. Threw for 3 touchdowns. Our freaking backup tight end had 5 catches for 175 yards. Pretty funny. Benjamin had a touchdown. Funches had a touchdown. I mean, I don't know, man.
Mentioned many times, I'm glad you brought that up with Funch and Benjamin. A lot of the argument this week was, I called their receiving core, what was the exact word? I basically said they weren't special.
Right.
Like, they're not scaring anybody, that's what it was.
Yeah.
And I wasn't trying to say like dudes were bad. That's a good little receiving corps, but that's what it is.
Yeah.
And at one point it got far to where I was like, I would take KB and Benjamin, over your two guys. Like
right.
I would start both of them over both your guys. And I caught some flack for that, but they came out and at least for this game, proved me right. Last game as well.
Yeah.
Benjamin had a couple drops or it would have been even bigger, but 115-ish yards combined, 2 touchdowns combined, as opposed to Tate and help me out with his name.
I have no idea what his name is.
Williams. Dang.
I got you.
I can't think of dude's name. But regardless, they had
Jones.
Yeah, Jones. Marvin Jones? Is that what I was saying, Williams? Marvin Williams, what I was trying to call him? Either way, see, we still don't know about the line.
Marvin Jones.
Yeah, I was right about that. Marvin Jones and Golden Tate. Tate missed on a couple opportunities. He got open twice, and we would have paid dearly for those. But pressure on Stafford, forced some overthrows, and they combined for over 100 yards, but nothing big. And a lot of that was honestly late when we went stupidity coaching again. Let's let the other team come back because we love that. # Rivera. And I got more to say about him in a minute. You go ahead.
Well, yeah, I mean, we was up 27-10. And then in the fourth quarter, we go Rivera and go into the good old prevent with still a quarter left. I don't know why we do that. If anybody knows, drop it in the comments because I ain't figured it out. I'm tired of watching games like that, man. Like, well, I mean, we got the lines freaking all wrapped up. We just gotta, put them away. And for us to go prevent, like, with still that much time left it's just a mistake. But, we was grateful enough to pull it off.
I would say this: if I were a Rivera fan, and don't get me wrong, I hope dude turns into the greatest coach alive, as long as he's here.
Right.
But if I were commenting, trying to prop up what he did, I would say that the majority of the time when we pull that stuff, we end up winning. And that's the way I would try to go about it. And if that's the only issue I had with Rivera, that's the way I would look at it.
Yeah.
The problem is I also see stuff like us going for the field goal, 55-yarder, late, or in the fourth quarter. And I know what everybody's saying. Weren't you the same two bozos that were on there complaining that we punted on the 53-yarder? But that's the problem. Dude does not understand situational football at all. We punted from, instead of taking a 53-yard field goal, down 18. You kick that field goal and make it, it's a 2-score game.
Right.
This time, you kick the field goal from 55, you try it. If you make it, that's
still
good.
A 3-score game.
That's good, but it's still a 3-score game. You're going to go from 17-point lead to 20-point lead. It's still a 3-score game. Yeah, it's a field goal or a touchdown, but it's still a 3-score game. You're not changing that big of a difference. However, if you're going to go conservative and try to play it safe, you punt that. Worst case scenario, they get it at the 20. Even if you mess up, you're going to take another minute off the clock. Yeah. What happened at the end? We had to convert a 3rd down.
Right.
3rd and 9. Very great play by KB coming back from 2 drops, even though he had the amazing touchdown catch. Mm-hmm. But you don't need that if it takes another minute off the clock because you pinned them or even kick the touchback. However, if you make the field goal, they get the ball at the 25. Like, you're not saving anything. Dude just does not understand situational football. And it drives me freaking nuts. But I don't want to get too negative because a win's a win, like you said. Cam played great. Luke played hurt and catching a lot of flack, but clearly limping.
Yeah.
Short got after it.
2 sacks.
Got after it.
He had a sack too.
Funch fighting cramps again. I guess I hope he gets cramps every game. But I've been singing his praises forever, and I love the dude. He's balling out, and I'm glad to see it.
I'm glad to see it too, man. We went into Ford Field and we brought our tow trucks and everything, and we repoed a win out there, man. It was a good game for us. We told y'all Lions fans, like, y'all was this average team, man. Like, yeah, I mean, I don't know. Like, nothing really impressed me except for that run defense. And, I mean, all I really got to say else is, like, if you want to know anything else about your team, just tune in right here, man. And freaking, yeah, at Panther Fan Talk. And good luck on the rest of the season.
I will give props to Stafford too, battling through. He was obviously injured. I mentioned Luke was limping around. Stafford, I mean, he could barely make it to the sideline a couple times late in the game, and still, you know, the 2 late touchdown drives. So props to him on that. Again, props to the fans for coming out big time. They were loud in the stadium. You could hear it. I'm impressed by their fan base. One dude, I forget who it was that said it, but compared them to being Cubs fans for years, you know, before the World Series win, and for them to still be that rabid a fan base. I mean, I know they were 3-1, and people come out more, you know, as you pointed out at one point.
True.
But still, to be that rabid a fan base, stadium was packed. They were holding up the threes to let everybody know it was third down, or they just hit a deep jumper. I'm not sure.
That's how many wins they're gonna have the rest of the season.
But dude, big ups to you guys, and thanks for watching. Big ups to our fans for getting our backs.
Yeah. Thanks everybody that commented, man, and appreciate everybody that watched the videos. The Detroit Lions fans and our Panther fans. We appreciate it, man.
And hey, hit us up in the comments, and of course, check us out on Twitter.
I'm at Eric the 6'5", and we're at Panther Fan Talk.
And check us out each week right here on YouTube at Panther Fan Talk, of course. And as always,
Keep
pounding.